Hi guys, I'm Zorlance and welcome to part 17 of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Sorry, if you were just watching my last video, you'd have seen that I defeated a Dolwa in one hit because I am a supreme badass, and then got a heart piece and I rescued the Deku Princess, put her in a bottle, and now we're going to take the Deku Princess back to the Deku Palace, and there's a couple of other side quests we're going to do, but I'll show you them as they come up. Now I am using the high-res textures that I use in my GoldenEye videos, which means it's going to lag in some areas, like here. It doesn't like the sort of rain falling at the same time. It also doesn't like it when I play the Song of Time, sorry about that, and the Song of Soaring. So whenever I play those songs, I'll be cutting out little sections. And in fact, this video will contain a lot of editing, because I'm doing a lot of backtracking, so I'm going to save you the boredom of seeing areas you've seen before. But I'll talk about that when it comes up. For the time being, we're back at the Deku Palace. Let's just talk to these two scrubs, see what they've got to say. So they're telling us about the public humiliation of a monkey, and I would suppose he's meant to be executed at some point, is occurring inside this building. So we've got to go in. The Deku Princess is going to talk to us. Why are we waiting? Well, we were waiting because we wanted to get to this point so we could pop her out in front of her father, which I think makes more sense rather than plopping her out in the middle of the floor. This bit's pretty good though. At this point we get to see a sort of sex scene between the Deku Princess and her father. Watch for it. She goes into a sort of cowgirl position. I am an expert on such positions. A keen reader of the Kama Sutra. And there we go. Now she asks the other Deku Scrubs if they want to join in. Do they? With their dick-sucking lips. What are you doing? Take me from behind. And take me one in the mouth as well. So they run off to get the monkey. He decides he wants a bit of the action as well. So he stands there. And then they decide, you know what? We're actually we're not too interested in this. We might as well wait until Deku Link walks out and the YouTube audiences stop watching, and then we'll get on with things, because it's a little bit X-rated. It's a little bit X-rated, sort of scenes that follow. I know I have some younger viewers, so I won't talk about it too much, though I've already mentioned some pretty bad things. But I assure you that naughty stuff happens in the Deku Palace after we leave. Naughty stuff. But the one good thing about that is that we no longer have to be Deku Link whenever we enter the Deku Palace. Of course it helps for this bit, because if we climb onto these lily pads as normal Link, then the lily pads sink into the water. But as Deku Link we can land on them, and all is well. So I say this Deku Link for this point, as I said, because it makes more sense, and we get there a little bit faster, which is, you know, obviously the main point of this LP, to do everything as fast as possible, so you're not watching about 500 parts. So at this point we want to switch to Bunny Link, because we're about to race the Deku Butler. I guess that's his official title, I'm not really sure. But he is the Deku Butler, and we race him through, well, we don't really race him. Well, I suppose we do race him, I don't know. We're supposed to be following him, but essentially it's a race, we just got to keep up with him. This part is actually really annoying, because you have to go really fast the entire time, which means we're in the bunny hood. And there are little sections like this, lots of little water sections, little caverns where you fall down. Yep, this was annoying. Yep, little sections like that, which made me have to load my state. I think I had to redo this about, oh boy, 4 or 5 times to get this right, and I was actually quite pleased it only took me that long. In fact, there are a lot of slowdown moments in this area, as you're just about seeing right now. And it's kind of depressing that this was my best cut of such. I don't think I can really call it a cut. I don't think I'm enough of an editing genius to do cuts. But what else would you call it? I don't know really. I can't think of anything. Now at that point I should have jumped onto the platform. Instead I ran around the Deku, which was, I don't know, I guess the adrenaline was getting to my head. I had a rush of blood or something to my head, and then to my penis. It's strange how I talk about my young viewers, and then I say things like that. Now I'm watching this right now and it looks a little bit dark. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out on YouTube. I do hope for your sake that you can actually see this. Now this was embarrassing. I do know how this goes. Yeah, I hit the fire. I think I hit it again. Yep, I hit it again. I think after that I'm fine. Yeah, it's easy enough from here. Go to the end, double back on yourself, up through the door. Easy peasy. He is still within range. You can just see him at the top of the stairs there. He has not got away. Floating along with his lily pad umbrella and lantern, which is the new fashion accessory of, what are we in now? Summer 2008. had to remind myself of what August is. It is the summer still, though it is raining outside, so could have fooled me, weather. Mother Nature could have fooled me. But yes, the lily pad is the latest summer accessory, with lantern. You have to have a lantern accompanying it. I would say the look isn't quite complete without it. Moustache, as you can see, he's also sporting, somewhat optional for the women in the audience. You know, you may not have to go that far, but I would sort of recommend you do it. It completes the look really. And if you're not a butler already, you might want to look at sort of changing your career. Is what I would recommend. So we've completed the race, and at this point he gives us the mask of sense. It heightens our sense of smell. Sharpen your olfactory something something. They got a little bit too clever for my liking there. I'm not sure if that's English. It's probably not, because I think Ocarina of Time actually had a really good translation, unlike another game I'm playing right now, which is, pardon me, Final Fantasy VII. Famous for a few sort of Englishy moments. Now this bit is bad editing, okay, and I'm going to have to explain something here. So, I'm going to do the Song of Soaring and go to Woodfall Temple, I think is where I wanted to go, because there's a side quest, another side quest we're going to do. But keen viewers, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds after I land to just see what sort of happened here. As you can see, I cut out the Song of Soaring because it lags. Have you noticed anything different? Well, I'm going to tell you what it is. You'll see I now have 70 rupees instead of 100. That is because I bought a red potion. The red potion is necessary because we're going to be saving Komei again. I don't know why, because did I go back in time after rescue now? Maybe I did, but I don't honestly remember doing so. I thought I did it all in one, but no, I didn't, because I did it before Woodfall Temple, didn't I? Okay, so yeah, one of the sisters here, Komei and Kokei or Kote, or I don't know, whoever she is, her other sister is lost in the woods, and she requires the red potion to save her as before. Now usually you'd buy it from that shop, but as you can see she's just floated out. So we had to go into Clocktown and buy the red potion. Now I'm going to edit out edit it out. The sort of scene where you go through the lost woods and save her. It was the exact same as before. You missed nothing. And then I missed out the path where you cross through the southern swamp. Again, exactly the same as before. No need to watch it. Now we have to do a bow and arrow side quest. This is what gets us another heart piece, and this will be our 4th heart piece, and hence we will have another heart container. Komei flies about on her broom, and we have to shoot targets off her. If you hit her 10 times, then the game, well not the game, but the mini game I guess is over, and you have to start it again, and you have to hit at least 19 targets to get the heart piece. So it's not a terribly tough ask, but it took me 2 tries to do this. This was my 2nd try. So spoilers, but yes, I did do this. Obviously I'm not going to put up a version where I didn't. I'm getting a little bit more professional about this. Yeah, oh yes indeed. So, as I say, you didn't miss much of the editing. Cut out little bits you've seen before. There was literally nothing new, and the commentary would have been fairly boring for those parts, I would have thought. And I'm surprised the slowdown actually here isn't too bad. I was tempted to actually start editing out this section because I thought the slowdown would get really bad, but it didn't. My aim, I must say, is pretty terrible. As you can see, I've hit Komei. I reckon I was close to the 10 at this point. I don't think I hit her again because I think I'd start getting a lot more careful about things. Though I'm fairly sure an arrow pretty much went... Oh, I did get her. I got her twice, in fact. Fantastic. I must be pushing 8 or 9 hits at this point. Fortunately this section's pretty easy, you can get a good few here. 17, Shot in the Darkness, 18, 19, yeah, so yeah, this belt's pretty easy. I sort of racked them up here, which is, you know, obviously the easy way to do this, but you've got to get them through the entire time. I get 22. Have you beaten my score? Well, only you will know. If you have, then well done you. You are a Majora's Mask master, and perhaps you should do your own Let's Play, if you're as good as I am, which you're probably not. So at this point we want to go back in time, there's not really much else to do, so I'm going to play the Soul of Time, and I'm going to return to the dawn of the first day, which I'm also going to edit out. So I think that's been about all, there's not really much else to see. I've been Zorlance, and that has been part 17 of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I will see you next time for part 18. Bye bye.